Alicia Brown set to tip off against Sydney Lewis, and it is won by the Tritons as they'll be going right to left in their home whites. San Jose State out of the Mountain West. First ever meeting between these two squads. That's Parker Montgomery to Baxter. Up top to Aisha Brown. Makabuhai will jack it up from 3, and it's good. And the Tritons have the early 3-0 lead. It's also been an issue for UC San Diego, where they've been up and down, especially in the first half. A 3 from Lewis, and she answers to tie things up at 3. Tritons in that Penn game in particular really had a tough start. Their home game against Cal as well, where they didn't score their first points until just a couple minutes left in the first quarter. As the steal by Lewis, she may try to take it coast to coast with the left hand, too strong, and Sydney Brown with the rebound and able to pass out of the double team. Madison Baxter will get it to Makabuhai, their playmaker. Makabuhai only averaging 13 minutes a game coming into this one as Brown misses a 3, and another rebound for Sydney Lewis. On the right wing is O'Shea. Now taking it down deep is Lewis, and she scores over Brown. And the Spartans have their first lead at 5-3. Makabuhai, when she's right, can really get this offense going at a high tempo. You see she's got the athletic tape on that left leg, and it has limited her at times to just one half of play. Her shot no good there, and the rebound by Oberg. Bringing it up court is Boney. Right side to O'Shea. Almost got tied up by Baxter. Passes out of it. 20 on the shot clock. As we're just a couple minutes into this game. Dribble drive up the middle in between a double team. No good by Boney, and the rebound to the Tritons. Makabuhai on the right wing. Puts the offense in motion. Now calling for a screen. Doesn't like what she sees. And some miscommunication between her and Sydney Brown. There's Aisha Brown, the up and under, no. And a rebound by O'Shea. O'Shea will bring it up into the front court. Still just a 5-3 game. Lewis avoided the travel there on the pass. O'Shea guarded by Baxter. Oberg passing up the open 3, and a nice pass to the cutter, Ross. And it's 7-3. A mini 4-0 run now for the Spartans. Triton scored the opening 3, have not scored since. Baxter from the corner. And that one bounces off the back of the rim, and a whistle on the rebound. And that's going to be on Sydney Brown, her first. First foul for either side. Well, the Spartans off to a 3-for-5 start. The Tritons just 1-for-5. Ross passes up top to O'Shea. O'Shea backing down on Baxter. Now Brown with the double team. Passes out of it. The 3, no good by Oberg. And the battle for the rebound as bodies crash into the floor. Brown fell hard on Ross. And Ross grabbing at her lower back. Let's hope she's okay. She doesn't have a look on her face like she is. Take a look at the hard fall here by Brown. And just caught in an awkward position, and the full weight of Brown coming down on her. As they are now, she's still on the ground actually. And may have tweaked something in that back. It's that lower right side that they're looking at. That's Deja Ross, the senior. Transfer from Xavier, who's averaging almost 30 minutes a game, so obviously a key part of this offense, averaging 7 points and 4 rebounds. As Jamie Craighead and Heidi Vanderveer have both of their teams held it up. There was no foul called on the play. It was a scramble for a loose ball, and gingerly getting up now is Ross. Still hasn't really tried to walk towards the bench, but you can tell that she is in some discomfort. That's actually Jamie Craighead, the head coach over there, along with one of the UC San Diego trainers. Aisha Brown has checked out of the game, and Alex Obouh Fegue now has come in for the Tritons as Ross moving, but certainly not at a level that she would like to be able to continue playing in this game, and we'll wish the best for her. I'm talking to the Triton trainer about what hurts as she's moving. So she will come out of the game. And coming in now is Etiana Goldine. Three-pointer is no good, and that will go out of bounds. And it will be Triton basketball. Ula Chamberlain has checked in. No, it'll stay with San Jose State. Etiana Golden, a senior. She's a transfer from Georgia Southern. Passes it in to O'Shea. And stepping on the end line, that'll be a turnover to UC San Diego. Some miscommunication there between Golden and O'Shea. As Brianna Claros into the game now, along with Parker Montgomery. They're the two main ball handlers on the floor now. Mentioned Chamberlain and Obouh Fegue. And a jumper no good by Brown. Obouh Fegue with the rebound. She will take it right back with the left hand, no. And Lewis rebounds it. Tritons are ice cold from the field now, 1 for 8. Boney, nice pass inside, kick it back out for three. Oberg's shot is off the back of the iron and chased down by Montgomery. 6:08 to go, first quarter, 7-3 Spartans. That one almost stolen away. Montgomery to the right corner. Brown open for three and a whistle on the floor, and Brown stepped out of bounds. Second turnover for UC San Diego. So they won the opening tip, hit a three, and have not scored a bucket since, so that slow start bugaboo coming back to get them here. As we will have another substitution, Izzy Forsyth coming in along with Emily Cangelosi. Parker Montgomery, Sydney Brown both take a seat on the bench. Lewis at the top of the circle will hand it off to Golden. And her shot does not catch anything. It's an air ball out of bounds. So not really a great start for either side. Spartans shooting just 33% to start things off, and the Tritons mentioned 1 for 7. Claros breaking the mini press. She's got it at the top of the key. Back over to Cangelosi for three, and that'll stop the drought. Second three for the Tritons. First points for Cangelosi. And just like that, it's a 1-point game. Golden will hand it off to Boney. Boney takes the screen, and now the three from Lewis. It was too strong. Cangelosi with the rebound. Chamberlain pulls up, and her shot is good, and the Tritons have taken the lead at 8-7. So some rebounding and defense paying off the last two trips down the floor. O'Shea hands it off to Stephanie Torres, who has just checked into this game. Golden figures to get some heavy minutes now, coming in for the injured Ross. Golden averages about 20 minutes a game. Sydney Lewis will shoot it against Obouh Fegue, no, and another rebound for Cangelosi. Hurrying it up into the front court, and now they'll back it up into their offense. It is a zone defense for San Jose State. Forsyth right side to Claros, drives the lane, kicks it out, and a whistle before the shot. And that is going to take us to our first timeout. 4:21 to go in the first quarter. The Tritons with an 8-7 lead. Both teams off to a slow start. We'll see if they can start heating up when we come back.
There's always that someone who stands out from the rest. Those who do something most would never dare to attempt. There's always that someone who will make a difference. Thinking, pushing, asking, solving. Just imagine what 75,000 of those someones can do.
Be the first to experience a whole new era of Big West basketball.
It's going down. It's going down. It's going down.
Gather your friends and pack the brand new Dollar Loan Center in Henderson, Nevada for the 2022 Hercules Tires Big West Basketball Championships presented by the Hawaiian Islands. 20 men's and women's teams take the court March 8th through the 12th, fighting to take the Big West to the next level. Get tickets at your team's athletic ticket office or visit bigwest.org/2022.
Power isn't born, it's built over time. For over 65 years, Hercules Tires has been providing the muscle to move more drivers, whatever the vehicle, whatever the terrain, and we back it with a powerful protection plan. So wherever the road or the trail takes you, we have the selection, value, and strength to get you there. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
The word malama translates to taking care. We malama the land that feeds us. All of that energy that's being put in the ground gets transferred into food. It allows us as a people to thrive as well.
Learn how you can malama Hawaii at gohawaii.com/malama.
Well, the good news for both squads, they are even in rebounding at 7 apiece. The bad news is the shooting has been a little off to start things off. 33% for UC San Diego, 27% for San Jose State as a steal. And now coming the other way is San Jose State. That's Sydney Richards driving, and she'll be called for the walk. Richards, a true freshman from Sacramento, California. Inkercom High School. Take another look at it. And there's the little bunny hop. Izzy Forsyth, haven't had a chance to see her here in Remac Arena until today. This is her 4th game of the year. 7th game for UC San Diego as Chamberlain shoots for 3. It's good. UC San Diego shooting well from beyond the arc. That is their 3rd made 3 in 5 attempts, and they've got an 11-7 lead. Splitting the double team, and the scoop shot no good by Stephanie Torres. And here comes Emily Cangelosi. Cangelosi seemed to settle things down and get the offense back into rhythm when she subbed in. Obouh Fegue with the scoop shot scores her first bucket. Fegue, the 5th-year senior, a transfer from Virginia Tech, is on the board, and the Tritons have a 13-7 lead. Nice pass down low to O'Shear. Passes out of the double team. 3, top of the key. No good by Oberg. And a foul is going to be called on O'Shear over the back. O'Shear disagrees and lets the official know about it. That's about as over the back as you can get. That's a really good replay there. And I'm sure if she gets a chance to see that again, she'll have to agree whether she wants to or not. And Chamberlain is going to turn it over. On the traveling call, O'Shear did a good job getting in her space. It's a good job by O'Shear. She was upset by the foul, but didn't let it affect her on the defensive side. Now she'll pass it off to Oberg. Boney drives the baseline, and her shot's too long, and Forsyth is fouled. That's the second one on O'Shear, 2 quick ones with 2:48 to go in the first quarter. And now Jamie Craighead will sub in Sydney Lewis. Jamie Craighead, by the way, in her 9th year at the helm at San Jose State. Makabuhai back into the game and handling the point for UC San Diego. Right side to Chamberlain. Bounce pass in the corner to Forsyth. And a travel on Forsyth. She knew what she wanted to do, and her feet tried to do it a little too soon. Tritons are on a 10-0 run over the last 3 minutes. Have a 13-7 lead. And it'll be Ellie Boney. She is 5th in the Mountain West Conference in assists. As she pulls up for the 15-footer, it's good. That stops that 10-0 run by the Tritons. Some backcourt pressure. Just over 2 minutes to go as Obouh Fegue will direct. That one almost got tipped into the bucket as she tried to pass it to Sydney Brown, but it's stolen away. Oberg did not want to take the three. Sydney Lewis, you see Obouh Fegue sags off of her, not expecting her to, and now another travel. That's got to be a record for travels in one quarter. That one called on Stephanie Torres, a transfer from Eastern Florida State. Aisha Brown back into the game, along with Sydney Brown, Ula Chamberlain, Julia Makabuhai, and Emily Cangelosi. Tritons will easily break the mini pressure with 1:45 to go in the first quarter. Brown from the free throw line to Chamberlain. Brown now drives the lane, puts it up, and has it blocked by Oberg. And it goes out of bounds off of Brown, so a turnover for UC San Diego. And those are adding up as well. That is already 6 turnovers on the Tritons. Dribbling with the right hand, and now pulling up and passing to Torres. Lewis will hand it off to Mendez. Autumn Mendez with the right hand dribble, drives the lane. Shot too strong, Aisha Brown with the rebound. Makabuhai against Torres. Makabuhai says, you want to guard me one-on-one, I'll see you when I get to the basket. Cangelosi between the circles now. Tritons will work the shot clock. It's down to 12. Sydney Brown kicks it out, Makabuhai. Good defense there by Torres, but then she gets the pick and had the open look at the three, but off the back of the iron. Ellie Boney to Torres, and that shot too long. Cangelosi with another rebound. We're under a minute to go in the first quarter. Tritons by 4. It has been an up and down quarter to say the least for both teams on the offensive end. Sydney Brown for 3 from the right wing. It's good. UC San Diego with 4 threes in the quarter, and they lead it 16-9. Boney gives it up. A 3 by Oberg. She passes it up. Sydney Lewis too open to pass that one up, and it's off the back of the iron. Sydney Brown chases it down. 5 on the shot clock. Makabuhai sees it. Down to 1 second. Gets the shot off at the buzzer. No. And the Tritons will go into the second quarter with a 7-point advantage. They lead it 16-9, a 13-2 run over the last 5.5 minutes. Sydney Brown hits a 3. The Tritons searching UCSD Tritons on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Go behind the scenes with the Tritons in each of their 23 sports teams. That's UCSD Tritons. As we get ready to start the second period, Tritons leading it 16-9. 4 of 8 from three-point range, 4 different players hitting a 3. And really the rebounding edge at 13-9 as we have a foul that will be a turnover for San Jose State. And they charge that one to Jaden Watson, who just checked into the game. There's a look at Jamie Craighead, the 9th-year head coach. She was once a guard in the Mountain West in her playing days. Parker Montgomery, who started this game, back in there now, along with Baxter. In fact, all 5 starters back in for UC San Diego. A 3 from Parker makes it 5 different Tritons with a 3. And they've pushed it to double digits at 19-9. Golden figures to get increased minutes. We did see Deja Ross over on the sideline, but she's standing behind the water cooler right now. Probably don't want her to sit down and have that back stiffen up any longer. On the miss, rebound Makabuhai takes it coast to coast. Baxter gonna make it 6. And a timeout called by Jamie Craighead. It's raining threes in Remac Arena as UC San Diego is 6 for 10 beyond the arc, and they've opened up a 22-9 lead.
There's always that someone. Someone who stands out from the rest. Those who do something most would never dare to attempt. There's always that someone who will make a difference. Thinking, pushing, asking, solving. Just imagine what 75,000 of those someones can do.
More than a saying. It's an attitude embodied by UC San Diego Athletics. To be the edge is to continuously excel.
And the Tritons have beaten Riverside 83-82.
To compete boldly and fearlessly. To push beyond limits and keep on pushing. To always be seeking the cutting edge. The competitive edge.
Yeah!
Together. Be the edge. Because average doesn't exist here.
Oh, he got a hold of it.
Oh my goodness.
It's deep. It's gone.
Be the edge.
When you're on the go, you want something quick and quality. Make Board and Brew your go-to. We've been keeping it real since '79 with fresh breads and freshly roasted meats for our sandwiches, and a secret sauce with its own cult following. Each sandwich is made from scratch using real ingredients like house-roasted turkey breast, avocado, and fresh baked bread. Order online or with our app for freshness at your fingertips.
You're more than your successes. You're more than your failures. You're the work. You want that smoke? Give him that fire.
The men taught us last night that threes get degrees, and the women must have been watching last night. 6 different Tritons with a 3, and they're 6 for 10 beyond the arc and have a 22-9 advantage. There's a jumper to settle things down by Stephanie Torres. Triton still up by 11 as San Jose State continues to bring pressure in the backcourt. Sydney Brown from the free throw line. Now a cross-court pass on the skip, no. Luckily, Makabuhai able to save that, and Brown will reset. Takes it down the lane, shot no, but she's fouled. That one's going to be called on Sydney Lewis, the senior from Long Beach, went to Modern Day High School. And that'll send Sydney Brown to the line. Sydney mentioned she had a season high 14 points in their loss in their last game. That was on November 27th at Loyola Marymount in the LMU Thanksgiving Classic. And we'll get our first shot with the Tritons at the free throw line, somewhere that they have really struggled this season. And Brown makes the first one. And look, they've lost their last 3 games, all decided by 10 points or less. So those shots that you get to take with no defense are huge, and Sydney Brown makes them both. Pushes it back to a 13-point lead. San Jose State has had no rhythm offensively, and you can thank the Triton defense for a lot of that. Lewis, who had a quick 5 early in the first quarter, puts up the shot and is fouled. We'll see, they got one of the Browns. It's going to be Aisha Brown called for the foul. And that's her second, so that'll be a quick trip to the bench. Alex Obouh Fegue will come back in. Another look at it, and just got the arm as it was going up for the shot. Sydney Lewis, a good player, averages about 30 minutes a game. Nearly 13 points and 9 rebounds a game. She's also a very good free throw shooter. In fact, San Jose State is 14th in the nation coming into today, and of course, she misses that one. There's a tie-up, and the arrow points to the Tritons. But they came into today 79.6%, good for 14th in the nation, best in their conference, the Mountain West. 12-point lead for UC San Diego as Sydney Brown and Brianna Claros work together. Madison Baxter now right side to Claros. Baxter calling for the screen from Obouh Fegue. She's at the top of the circle. Passes it off Baxter. She will take her off the dribble and scores. Nice job by Baxter, and one. As she went around O'Shea, and O'Shea made it worse by committing the foul. I think she thought she was going to settle for the three there. Just a slight hesitation, and boy, she just blew right past her. Nice quick first step. And that's going to send O'Shea to the bench with 3 personals already. She's going to be sitting for a while. Madison Baxter now at the line. Well, this is a good sign because Baxter was 0 for 2 from the line before that shot right there for the season. So now 1 for 3. Tritons have made all 3 of their free throws. No doubt has been a point of emphasis leading into this game. Sydney Richards now will give it up to Oberg. Oberg dribbles into the double team, back to Richards. Tries to up fake on Montgomery, dribbles around her, blocked. Obouh Fegue, who averages 2.3 a game, has her first there. Nice pass inside by Claros. Obouh Fegue on the defensive end and then finishes it off on the other end, and it pushes it to a 17-point advantage. And another block for Obouh Fegue, 2 quick ones. Well, we mentioned in their last game, the Tritons had 7 blocks. Obouh Fegue had 4 of them. He's had 2 4-block games this year. And take a look here. Get that weak stuff out of here. With 7:06 to go in the half, the Tritons lead it 29-12. Ellie Boney, we mentioned, one of the top assists per game in the Mountain West. She came in 5th. As she inbounds it and gets it right back on the baseline. Torres, left side to Galden. Galden dribbles around Chamberlain, pull-up jumper, she's fouled. Well, Chamberlain got beat on the play and then committed the foul on the jump shot. That'll be her first. Tritons have heated it up on both ends of the floor. There's another look at the foul. She does hit the wrist of Galden. Etiana Golden, senior from Osea, Georgia. Went to Americus Sumter High School. She's a transfer from Georgia Southern. Made the first one, and she makes them both. 29-14. Tritons now shooting 53% offensively, holding San Jose State to just 23% from the field. They've made just 5 field goals, have the Spartans. Obouh Fegue on the 20-footer. It's short, but Baxter with the rebound. Back to Obouh Fegue. So give Baxter a rebound and an assist, and give Obouh Fegue 2 more points. She's up to 6. They'll swing it around. Sydney Lewis, they dare her to take the 3. She chooses not to. Boney inside to Oberg, and on the cutter, that one is knocked out of bounds. Obouh Fegue did a nice job knocking it away, and it's off of Lewis. So Obouh Fegue has been a dominating presence inside for UC San Diego. 6:15 to go in the half. Tritons 31-14 advantage. Obouh Fegue will direct the offense from the top. Baxter again dribbles around her defender and scores again. This time she beat Boney, and that's enough for Jamie Craighead to call a timeout. Twice Madison Baxter now has used that left hand to dribble around her defender, but for the Tritons to get this big advantage, it has been the three-point shot, 6 of 10 from 3, and you're going to see every 3 from a different player. There's Parker Montgomery. They had 6 different players hit those 6 shots. Baxter with the 3 from the wing and doing it in all sorts of different ways. The other 3s for UC San Diego, Ula Chamberlain, Sydney Brown, Emily Cangelosi, and Julia Makabuhai to round out the 6. They're 6 of 10 beyond the arc. So half of their buckets have been three-pointers. For San Jose State, they have really struggled from the field. 5 of 22. That's just 23%, and they've made 1 3-pointer, 1 for 8. So if the Tritons can keep San Jose State off the free throw line, you got to figure they've got a pretty good chance to keep them at bay. And they've got some space to work with a 19-point lead. Golden dribbles it into the paint, pull-up jumper, no. Obouh Fegue give her another rebound. And here comes Claros going right to left. Dumps it down to Sydney Brown on the backup, and she is called for too many steps. Well, if there's one thing that Heidi Vanderveer can harp on in the locker room, it's the turnovers. They had 6 in that first quarter. That's their first one here in the second. Golden off the dribble to Torres. Stephanie Torres bounces it inside to Oberg, backing in on Brown. And Baxter on the help causes the travel. I think Oberg was surprised. Baxter seemed to appear out of nowhere to her. Baxter doing it on the defensive end, also with a team leading 8 points in this first half. It's been a real team effort. No one person has had to take over. They're spreading the wealth. Chamberlain tries to dribble around and gets called for the foul, does Boney. And Chamberlain will head to the line for a pair of free throws. Ula Chamberlain, new to the Tritons, a transfer from Weber State. As you take a look at the foul by Boney. Chamberlain 2 for 2 from the field in this game so far tonight with 5 points, including a 3. And the Tritons remain perfect from the line at 4 for 4. See, our producer-director, Garrett Drake, knows exactly what he's talking about when he puts those keys to the game. And he indicated that the free throw line was one of them, and that has certainly been a key for the Tritons tonight. They are perfect from the line. Tritons have done a good job denying Sydney Lewis. She gets it here and shoots it in the face of Obouh Fegue. 35-16 now. Tritons by 19. Down low to Obouh Fegue. She got it deep, but it was knocked away by Torres. Good defense that time by the Spartans. Oberg will kick it back out to Torres. Torres being guarded by Claros. Gets the pick from Lewis. Pull-up jumper is off the glass, no. Fight for the rebound will go to San Jose State. Three-pointer by Golden is short, and Brown hustles for the rebound. 4:15 to go in the half. Obouh Fegue at the top of the circle. Baxter this time with the right hand. Kicks it out Claros, but a charge is going to be called on Baxter. So that'll be a turnover on the Tritons, their 9th. Emily Cangelosi, who gave the Tritons some really good minutes when she came in the first quarter. In 6 minutes, scored 3 points, had 4 rebounds and an assist. She's the Energizer Bunny of this squad. Sydney Lewis, as Jamie Craighead has definitely had a shorter bench with the injury to Deja Ross in that first quarter. That shot was short by Boney. Oh, nice pass to Obouh Fegue. She will score past the driving Lewis, who was trying to steal the pass. Biggest lead of the game for the Tritons at 21. Golden kicks it out. Oberg Up fake, now she'll take the three. Line drive is off the iron and rebounded by Claros. Triton's in the rebounding department also with an advantage, 19-12 so far. And that's going to be a foul on Stephanie Torres, a silly one at that. Just with a little hip check out there, and she knew it right away. You see just the hip check there on Claros, and you see her kind of knocking on the side of her head like, doggone it, I know better than that. And let's see if Claros can keep the Tritons perfect. They are 5 of 5 from the free throw line, and that'll be their first miss. 37-16, Claros so far with a rebound and 4 assists in 9 minutes, looking for her first point. And now Claros is on the board. 38-16, 22-point advantage for the Tritons. Autumn Mendez back into the game. And also checking in Alani Fluker as the three is no good by Torres. Here come the Tritons looking to add to their 22-point advantage. Sydney Brown posting up. And she'll get it now at the elbow of the free throw line. Tries to dribble drive against Fluker. Her shot is short, but she draws a foul back to the line. Points in the paint, the Tritons have a 10-2 advantage in that category. Fast break points, 7-0 advantage. Just dominating pretty much every facet of this game as Julia Makabuhai, Parker Montgomery back into the game. Chamberlain and Claros will go to the bench, and now Sydney Brown at the line for a pair, and she makes the first. Sydney Brown in 14 minutes now with 6 points, 5 rebounds and assist. She's made all 3 of her 3 free throws. And Emily Cangelosi battling for the rebound, couldn't get it. So it'll be Boney. Galvin trying to take Parker, the crossover, fade away from 20 feet, no good. Makabuhai chases down the loose ball and steps on the end line. Good hustle by Makabuhai. She wanted to run, but that'll be a turnover. 39-16, just 2:28 remaining in the half. Look at Makabuhai, who's played 8 minutes so far tonight for UC San Diego. If it keeps up like this, Heidi Vanderveer might be able to extend that lineup a little bit tonight. Pass right side is to Sammy Shields, her first playing time in the game tonight. And the three by Boney bounces once and then in. Just the second three for San Jose State. They're 2 of 13 beyond the arc. Makes it a 20-point deficit for the Spartans. And the Tritons will go into their half-court set. Cangelosi dribbles with the right hand, kick out. And again on that kick out, drawing the charge is Stephanie Torres. That'll be the 10th turnover on the Tritons. That's really the only negative you can see. How about the bench points? Tritons outscoring San Jose State 19-7. You see Cangelosi just, it was almost like she didn't see her there. Knocked away by Montgomery. Gonna try and take it all the way on the defense to offense. She does, and one. Bonai is going to be called for her second personal. Adding insult to injury, not only had the ball knocked away, but then with the foul for the N1. Parker Montgomery, the sophomore from Porter Ranch, California, Marlboro High School, completes the three-point play. 42-19, Tritons with just over 90 seconds to go in the first half. Ellie Bonai, sophomore guard, kicks it out to Torres. Up fake, dribbles around Makabuhai. Pass inside to Fluker. And the Tritons are all over that. Under Heidi Vanderveer, UC San Diego is always really strong in the paint. They will collapse on anything close to the bucket. There's a look at the 10th year head coach. Fluker puts it up, and no, Obouh Fegue with the rebound. Up ahead to Montgomery. What a pass by Makabuhai, unable to finish. And then Sydney Brown draws the foul. That one is given to Sydney Richards, the freshman guard. And what a great pass. Take a look at that by Makabuhai. 3/4 court pass, right on the money. Made Parker Montgomery look like a wide receiver there, just catching that one over the shoulder. Sydney Brown scores. Tritons have already been to the line now. This will be their 12th free throw. San Jose State just 1 for 2. And that's good. And the free throw line's been as responsible as anything for their advantage. 10 of 12 from the line tonight, looking to improve on that 59% coming into today. Torres, three-pointer is long, and it's tapped in. Emily Cangelosi will steal it away. Cangelosi almost had it, her pocket picked from behind. Makabuhai calls for Obouh Fegue to come up and set the screen. Now she'll dribble to the left side. She'll take the three as they sagged off. Had a good look at it. Cangelosi with the rebound. Knocked away, and she'll keep it alive, and a whistle. I believe she stepped out of bounds, so that'll be a Triton turnover. And with 37 seconds left, just a 2-second, make that a 7-second differential on the shot clock for San Jose State as they look to cut into this sizable deficit. Down by 25. And a foul is called on the offensive end for San Jose State. That's going to be on Alani Fluker. That's her second. And now the Tritons with a chance to take the final shot. It's the first time I've really noticed it. But as Makabuhai came over, you can see she is actually dragging that left leg slightly. Certainly not 100%. She's got the wrap on there, plus the athletic tape. She'll take it down to around 6 seconds or so. Now she dribbles on the left side. Kick out to Montgomery. Her three skips off. Obouh Fegue tries to tap it in. No. And that's how the half will come to an end. The Tritons with a 25-point advantage lead at 44-19 as we take it to halftime. How about this? They outscored the Spartans 28-10 in that second quarter. Coming back, category that you would like to be dominating in, the Tritons are. And let's see if they can do it for 2 consecutive periods. Good to see that Julia Makabuhai indeed will be starting this second half as the Tritons now will be going left to right. Great bounce pass to Montgomery and picking up right where they left off. Pushing that advantage to 27 points in. A good pass of their own by Oberg, but Bonai not able to finish. Tritons maybe looking to up that pace just a tad here in this second half. Makabuhai for three. No, off the back of the iron. And Bonai with the rebound. Had it knocked away, but she'll scramble for the loose ball. And really, Sydney Lewis, we talked about her 8. She had 5 quick ones in that first quarter and then went silent. So the Triton defense figured out a way to take her out of it. There's Oberg for 3. Just the third 3 for the Spartans here in this first half. 46-22. Same starting 5 out there for the Tritons. From the right elbow is Sydney Brown. It was long. And a foul on the rebound on Aisha Brown. And that's her third. She may have to sit. Let's see. Heidi Vanderveer claps her hands and says, nope, let's go. You know, and that's going to be part of it too. You can kind of play around with that a little bit, and you have to learn how to play with foul trouble. Passing out of the double team to Lewis, and her three-pointer no good. Oberg with the rebound, almost traveled with it, and it's knocked out of bounds off of the Tritons. Let's see. No, foul. Oh, so that's going to actually go against the Spartans and Stephanie Torres. Hard to tell from this angle. It was just bodies crashing together. Makabuhai handing it off to Montgomery. Now Baxter dumps it to Aisha Brown. The handoff to Baxter, and boy, she has had that open all night long. Again, she blows by her defender, O'Shea. 48-22, and Baxter into double figures now with 10. O'Shea to Oberg, passes out of the double team to Lewis. Nice job, that'll be an and one for Sydney Lewis. That'll put Lewis into double figures. She's got 10. Montgomery is charged with the foul. Just her first. Sydney Lewis, a good free throw shooter, 77%, and nails that one to complete the three-point play. Triton's still up by 23. Makabuhai blows by, passes it to Obouh Fegue, who seems surprised by it, but able to control it. She got so deep, I think everybody thought Makabuhai was just going to take that one. Torres now drives the baseline, kick it out. O'Shea puts it up and it's knocked away. .16 on the shot clock. It'll remain with the Spartans. Bonai on the right wing. And the fadeaway is good by O'Shea, the junior from Melbourne, Australia. Obouh Fegue. Top of the circle, right side to Montgomery. Back to Obouh Fegue, and Bonai knocked it out of bounds. Oh, it went off of Obouh Fegue, hustling for the rebound. So with 7:09 to go, it's all Tritons. They've led by as many as 25. They lead by 23. Actually, early in this period, they had it up to 27. Sydney Lewis will hand it off to Bonai. Faces up on Obouh Fegue, passing out of the double team. Bonai for three. Air ball, and it'll be Triton basketball. The three-point shooting has not been good for the Spartans. They came into this game at about 32%, which is not bad. The Tritons actually came in struggling from that range at 28%, not struggling tonight. Tritons are 6 of 13 from three-point land. That's 46%. Speaking of threes, Baxter with another. She leads all scorers with 13. Three on the other end, and another air ball will turn it over to the Tritons. That was Autumn Mendez, the senior from St. Paul, Minnesota. She's a transfer from North Iowa Area Community College. 9 newcomers on this Spartan squad, 3 freshmen and 5 transfers, as you see Ula Chamberlain checking in for UC San Diego. Mentioned at the top, both of these teams coming off of losses. San Jose State losing to St. Mary's in what turned out to be a close game. Baxter thought about the heat check. Instead, she'll dribble into the center. Obouh Fegue out of the double team, spins out of it, but her shot is off the mark. Etiana Galden has checked back into the game for the Spartans. Three-pointer by Sydney Lewis. Nothing but bottom. Her first 3 of the game. Make that her second. She's 2 for 5 from that range, and a foul will be called by Mendez. Autumn Mendez was a junior college Division II Player of the Year in the 1920 season. Also female student athlete of the year. After averaging 17 points per game, she had a 48-point, 17 rebound game, finishing with 20 double-doubles over 2 years in junior college. So coming in with high accolades, now playing on the Division I level. 5.5 to go here in the third quarter. It's been all Tritons since the second quarter, and that'll be a turnover on UC San Diego. A foul called on Sydney Brown. That is her second. Called for the moving screen, and it'll be Etiana Golden. Out of Georgia. Dribbles with the left hand, now gets chased away by Obouh Fegue. Now backing in is Lewis, and Lewis starting to heat up. That gives her 16 to lead all scorers. San Jose State has actually outscored the Tritons here in this third quarter, 13-9. Almost stolen by Lewis. Obouh Fegue throws it away. Claros trying to save it, but stepped out. And that will take us to our first media timeout of the second half. Tritons with a 53-32 lead, looking to cruise to victory tonight.
Faster, do you think? was a man. A bit faster, do you think?
Can health insurance help cure loneliness?
was a man. A bit faster, do you think? When I find myself in
the best bit of us always has been and always will.
When I find myself in
the best bit of us always has been and always will.
Faster, do you think? When I find myself in
the best bit of us always has been and always will.
was a man. A bit faster, do you think? When I find myself in
the best bit of us always has been and always will.
When I find myself in
the best bit of us always has been and always will.
Faster, do you think? When I find myself in
the best bit of us always has been and always will.
was a man. A bit faster, do you think? When I find myself in
the best bit of us always has been and always will.
was a man. A bit faster, do you think? When I find myself in
the best bit of us always has been and always will.
Faster, do you think? was a man. A bit faster, do you think? When I find myself in
the best bit of us always has been and always will.
was a man. A bit faster, do you think? was a man. A bit faster, do you think? was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Faster, do you think?
Now, your caramel frappe in the morning can earn you a...
Feel stuck with your finances?
Tritons up 53-32. Katie Springs has checked into the game for the first time tonight, the 6-foot center. She's a freshman making her 6th appearance of the year in 7 Triton games. Comes in averaging just under 7 minutes a game. Trying for the reverse layup was O'Shea, and she'll get bailed out on a foul. I think they got Chamberlain, and they did. So Ula Chamberlain called for the foul, the transfer from Weber State. There's a look at Katie Springs, averaging about almost 2 points a game, a couple of rebounds as well, 57% from the field, and the first free throw by O'Shea is good. Tritons will be back home for a day game coming up on December 14th. That's a kids' day here at Triton Arena. It's going to be loud in here. 53-34, Tritons have led pretty much the entire way. Sydney Brown backing in on Obouh and draws the foul. Nice job by Sydney Brown, just showing that she knows what to do in the paint, and she has gotten to the free throw line more than anybody else in this game. Just leaned in, and then you see Obouh thought she didn't do anything wrong because of the body contact, but she didn't keep those arms straight up. And by putting them down, she allowed Sydney Brown to just jump into them for the foul. And she's made her 6th free throw in 7 attempts here tonight. Sydney Brown, an all-CCAA honorable mention a couple of years ago in the final year in Division II. This is now the 2nd year of the Division I transition for UC San Diego. After this, they've got 2 more years to go before they are eligible to play in the postseason. Golden fadeaway jumper, no good. Sydney Brown with the rebound. And a great pass to Katie Springs, who lays it up and in. And Springs is on the board. That'll get her teammates up off the bench. Bonai passes it off to Springs, and she draws the foul. Make that Lewis, excuse me. Sydney Lewis, who has a game-high 16 in this game, will be heading back to the free throw line herself.
First personal 15 foul. Sydney Lewis, 2 shots.
Sydney Lewis out of Long Beach, went to Mater Dei High School.
Stephanie Torres into the
San Jose State played in only 4 games last year before the COVID protocols hit hard in the Bay Area and their season was canceled. And Lewis was off to a great start. She was averaging 11 points and 7 rebounds in those 4 games. Those would have been career highs. And picking up where she's left off now in 6 games coming into today. 12.5 points and nearly 9 rebounds a game. So a dominant presence inside. Unfortunately for San Jose State, they lost their starter, Deja Ross, very early in this game to an apparent back injury. And so she only played a couple minutes. Ula Chamberlain shot off the mark, and the battle for the rebound goes off of Sydney Brown. In fact, Ross played 3 minutes in the game, made her only shot. So that certainly loses some ball handling and some offense for the Spartans that they were counting on. You see Ross over on the sideline. Finally got to the point where she could sit down. For most of that first half, I think the entire first half, she was standing. And Obouh with the scoop shot makes it. And it's down to a 20-point game now. 57-37 with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Aisha Brown set to check back in at the next dead ball. Cangelosi left side to Chamberlain. And nearly stolen away in a foul on Golden. Oh, they called a travel on Chamberlain. And Parker Montgomery coming back into the game for UC San Diego. Obouh for 3, line drive is good. And a timeout is called by Heidi Vanderveer, and we will take a timeout as well. She was not happy with that last defensive series, so the Tritons still up by 17 as we will be right back.
Jojo was a man, a bit faster, do you think? Jojo was a man, a bit faster, do you think? When I find myself in
the best bit of us, always has been and always will.
Jojo was a man, a bit faster, do you think? Jojo was a man, a bit faster, do you think? Faster, do you think? When I find myself in
the best bit of us, always has been and always will.
You've waited all year for this moment. The biggest sale of the year from the Daytona Auto Mall.
Can health insurance help cure loneliness?
When I find myself in
the best bit of us, always has been and always will.
When I find myself in
the best bit of us, always has been and always will.
fast do you think? When I find myself in
The best bit of us always has been and always will.
When I find myself in
The best bit of us always has been and always will.
When I find myself in
The best bit of us always has been and always will.
Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? When I find myself in
The best bit of us always has been and always will.
When I find myself in
The best bit of us always has been and always will.
Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think?
It's everything I wished for.
This is your living room / yoga shanty / regional office /
Can I get a hamburger? Look at time. Small fries and a...
Hey, let's go, man. Let's go. How cool is it being here right now? This place is going to be jumping.
Megan Oberg, the 6'3" forward, the senior from Islip, New York, causing that last time out. 8 points, 4 assists in this game. She's from Islip, New York. Her mother, Kathy, played at Alabama professionally in Sweden, and her father, Ted, great name, played at national and professional levels in Mexico. She's also got 2 sisters that are playing college basketball, Shannon at UNLV and Caitlin played at Baylor and Furman. So a lot of competitive juices in the Oberg family as Aisha Brown tries to take her on and cannot, and Oberg gets the rebound there. So San Jose State with a chance to get right back into this game. Torres just missed the 3. Rebound by Sydney Brown. Claros will hurry it up. Montgomery for 3 on the other end, and it rattles in and out. Halfway down, but no dice for the Tritons. Bonai to Golden. Golden tries to take Claros off the dribble. Montgomery caused her to pass it. Oberg looking for 5 straight. She's got him. She's in double figures now with 10. This thing's not over yet, folks. 15-point game all of a sudden, and it happened in a hurry. Aisha Brown at the top of the circle. Let's see if the Tritons can stop this mini run by the Spartans, and Montgomery with the high banking shot, no. Got her own rebound, put it up and got the foul. Autumn Mendez with the foul, and what a job by Montgomery to keep that alive. And now she'll go to the line to try and stop an 8-0 San Jose State run. The Tritons have missed their last 4 field goals. This is just heart and hustle there, and there's the foul as Mendez hacked her across the forearm. Montgomery to the line for her 2nd and 3rd free throws. And missed that one. She's 1 for 2 now. San Jose State has outscored the Tritons by 10 in this 3rd quarter, and now they're a couple buckets away from potentially getting this down into single digits. Tritons have led by as many as 27 in this game. It seemed like it was going to be a laugher. They're not laughing right now. Oberg at the right elbow. Passes it outside. Mendez for 3 off the back of the iron. And Obouh Fegue is fouled on the rebound. Well, that seemed like just what the doctor ordered. Getting Obouh Fegue back in there and reestablishing order. The foul is on Torres. Obouh Fegue, a transfer from Virginia Tech, started her college career at Eastern Florida. Had a really good tournament at the LMU Thanksgiving Classic. Back-to-back games with 11 rebounds. She is from France and makes a couple of free throws, and that seems to settle things down for the time being, pushing it back to an 18-point advantage with 1:07 to go in the 3rd. Ellie Bonai. Torres takes the handoff. Left side to O'Shea. O'Shea, the Aussie from Melbourne, will go for three, and that one's no good. On the rebound, it's Oberg as it was tipped back in. The shot clock did not reset. Obouh Fegue with her third block of the game. O'Shea with 5 on the shot clock for 3. No! That one was off the iron. The shot clock resets to 20. And the scramble for the loose ball will go out of bounds. And it's off of Parker Montgomery. 33 on the game clock, 16 on the shot clock. Bonai will inbound the basketball. Oberg, bullet pass to Torres on the baseline. Back to Oberg, thought about the 3, but good defense by Sydney Brown. Baxter back into the game. Guarding O'Shea. Wide open 3 for Sydney Lewis. It's off the front of the iron. Triton's got a break there. 16 on the clock, but Obouh Fegue on the fast break blows the layup. Tritons were in a hurry, didn't have to be. Now San Jose State can play for the final shot of the half. And the dribble drive and a foul as O'Shea was driving for the basket. And that's on Madison Baxter. A lot of action, but not a lot of points in this last 90 seconds or so. And you could have taken your pick on 3 different Tritons there on the foul. And Ella O'Shea, the Aussie, to the line. She's a transfer from Omaha, averages nearly 12 points a game, 6 rebounds. Good player. And an excellent free throw shooter, 89%, makes the first. For O'Shea, she is 3 for 3 now from the line, has 5 points, make it 6. And it's back down to a 16-point lead for the Tritons. At the buzzer, Makabuhai. No good, but the Tritons will take a 16-point lead into the fourth quarter. San Jose State did some damage, outscoring the Tritons by 9 in that third. We'll be back for the fourth in a minute. 3-point range, despite going 2 of 14 in the first half. They shot 11 more threes here in the third quarter and actually made 3 of them. So they're 5 for 25 from 3-point range, but it was effective because they were able to cut into that deficit big time, down to just 16 points. No basket, foul on the floor there. Obouh Fegue with the foul there. Alex Obouh Fegue with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and a couple of assists in this game. Leading scorer for San Jose State, Sydney Lewis, with 17 points to go along with 3 rebounds. Now into the game, Sydney Richards, and a 3 is taken, no good by O'Shea. Talk about volume 3s, and Lewis will get the and 1. Right now, San Jose State's getting all the hustle balls. That's 3 now on Sydney Brown. And Sydney Lewis will go back to the line. Yeah, just getting those 50-50 balls and making them work, and that's what's getting San Jose State back into this game. 60-46. Makabuhai takes it coast to coast, and with a soft touch, puts it in. Just the second bucket of the night for Makabuhai. She's got 5. And puts it back to a 16-point advantage. And O'Shea is fouled. Nope. Travel. Turnover on San Jose State. Updating the turnovers. The Spartans with their 10th. Tritons with 15. Most of those were in the first half, however. Madison Baxter being guarded closely by Richards. Passes it up to Makabuhai, who seems like she's looking to take over here. 20-footer, no good, and a foul on the rebound will send Obouh Fegue back to the line here. And it's a loose ball foul, so no shots. There's Obouh Fegue. Restoring order in the paint. Baxter for 3 from the left wing, it's good. She has been red hot from there tonight. Baxter with her 3rd 3 of the night, she's got 16. Good cut by Bonai, kick it out to O'Shea. Oberg sagging off, she'll take the three. Sydney Brown dared her to take it, she did, and it didn't go down for her. Makabuhai in a hurry again. Left side to Montgomery, it's swatted away by Oberg, give her the block. Sydney Lewis, she's been dominant tonight. Dribbles around Obouh Fegue, and her shot is good. Lewis now with 21. Back the other way, leaking beyond the defense. Montgomery draws the foul. Boy, the passing by Julia Makabuhai has been amazing. We focus so much on her quickness and her ability to get up and down the floor, but her vision down the court. Look at this, a two-hand chest pass right on the money. And again, Parker Montgomery playing the part of Mike Evans on the other end of a touchdown pass from Tom Brady. This is the first free throw. She'll get another. (66-48). Makabuhai will now head on over to the bench after some good minutes. Can San Jose State get another run in them? Not like that. Stolen away by Obouh Fegue. And that one was thrown away by Brianna Claros. A three by O'Shea is good. So that cost the Tritons three. 66-51. Spartans not going away. Obouh Fegue now will facilitate the offense. Right side, nobody covering Montgomery, and she says, I'll take it. Montgomery now with 13. That is her second three of the night. 13 points in 19 minutes for Montgomery. Have a night. Driving the baseline. Bonai is rejected by Sydney Brown. Emily Cangelosi, Ula Chamberlain check in. Montgomery and Sydney Brown will check out. That was just shooting practice there for Montgomery. Oberg dribbles the center of the lane and puts it in. Megan Oberg now with 12 in the game. Madison Baxter back in. She has a career high 16 points in this one. Obouh Fegue calling for it from Claros. Claros instead will pass it to Chamberlain. Gets the screen, shoots the three off the front of the iron and chased down by Golden. Etiana Golden trying to take it coast to coast, now has to pull up. Fadeaway shot, that was an ill-advised shot there. Not moving the ball around offensively and taking a tough shot that she didn't need to take. 69-53, Tritons by 16. Have led by as many as 27 in this game. Chamberlain dribbles with the right now to the left. Crossover into the lane, puts it up and scores. Nifty job there by Chamberlain. Tritons heating up now here in this fourth quarter. 71-53. 4 minutes into the quarter. Oberg left open, got Obouh Fegue in the air, and will draw the foul on the dribble drive. Megan Oberg, a fantastic player. A 1-2 punch with her and Sydney Lewis, who I would imagine is going to check back in soon. You could see where the Spartans would have a lot of success with those two bigs in the front court. Foul was on Obouh Fegue. And for Obouh Fegue, in 22 minutes, 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. That was just her second personal foul. 71-54, and a timeout is called on the floor with 5:51 to go in regulation. And we will take the timeout as well. The Tritons have led it, and they're looking to finish it off in the final 5:55. We'll be right back.
faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? When I find myself in
The best bit of us always has been and always will.
Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? When I find myself in
The best bit of us always has been and always will.
Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think?
Can health insurance help cure loneliness?
When I find myself in
The best bit of us always has been and always will.
When I find myself in
The best bit of us always has been and always will.
When I find myself in
The best bit of us always has been and always will.
Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? When I find myself in
The best bit of us always has been and always will.
Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? When I find myself in
The best bit of us always has been and always will.
When I find myself in
The best bit of us always has been and always will.
Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think? Soldier was a man. A bit faster, do you think?
We're talking about closing. When you see us close, you see us give everything.
It's everything I wished for.
For mild to moderate eczema, there's Eucrisa. It's steroid-free. Do not use if you are allergic to
Well, finals week next week. We invite you to join us again Tuesday, December 14th at 12 o'clock when the Tritons return to Remac Arena. They will take on Cal Baptist. Watch it live on ESPN+. Told you Madison Baxter, a career-high 16 points. Parker Montgomery with 13 is one off of her career high. So getting some great production throughout the offense tonight is UC San Diego. Leading scorer for San Jose State, Sydney Lewis, with 21. She's back into the game for the Spartans as we near the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Aisha Brown faked the pass and just dribbles into the lane, puts it up, and scores. That's the kind of night it's been for the Tritons. Brown on the board for the first time, now 1 for 4 from the field. Stephanie Torres gets the screen from Lewis, now gives it to her on the screen and roll and scores it easily. Lewis has got 23. Tritons looking to break the press, and it was stolen away by Sydney Lewis, but then she lost it out of bounds, has a seat on the scorer's table for a moment, right next to our buddy Jeff Turiel. And inbound to Baxter. Let's see if Parker Montgomery even gets a chance to come back into this game and extend on her career high. That one misses. Golden back the other way, no look to Torres, another three. That one rattles in and out. That looked like it was going down. San Jose State has now taken 29 threes in this game, and it made just 6 of them. That's 21%. Baxter for 3 is good. And Baxter continues on her career high now with 19. Baxter in 21 minutes, 19 points. That'll get it done. Has a rebound and an assist as well. Bonai to Golden, almost lost it out of bounds. Working against Chamberlain, backs it up for 3. And that one didn't touch anything. That's an even 33s now attempted by San Jose State. Talk about the old live by the three, die by the three. It certainly got them back into the game in the third period, but now they have gone cold again here in the fourth quarter as the Tritons begin pulling away in this fourth quarter, or really in this second half, just 4 of 16. Nice pass inside to Aisha Brown, who scores her second bucket. Makabuhai, her passing has been an absolute Picasso tonight. And she steals it away from Torres. It's a 3-on-1 break to Aisha Brown, who scores again. Makabuhai now with 6 beautiful assists. And the Tritons have pushed it back to 80-56, a 24-point lead. Torres stops at the top of the circle. Bonai dumps it down to Sydney Lewis. Skip pass, O'Shea. O'Shea on the up and under on the baseline, no. Brown rebounds it. Tritons want to run again. Makabuhai says, let's slow it up. Down to the 3-minute mark, the Tritons are going to pick up their 3rd win of the year and drop the Spartans to 3-5. San Jose State with a tough West Coast swing. They go to UCLA next in 2 days. Chamberlain pulls up from 16. That one's no good. O'Shea to a wide open Lewis. She's hacked, and are they going to count the bucket? Yes, they will. Foul is on Aisha Brown. Boy, what a job by Sydney Lewis. With that basket, she's got 25. This free throw, a chance to give her 26 points. And it does not go. Fantastic game from Madison Baxter, and her 19 points, missing just 1 shot, 7 of 8. Made 4 of her 5 threes. Makabuhai going to work some clock as she's guarded by Bonai. Brown sets the assist for her now, dribbling with the left hand and couldn't finish it. But Aisha Brown with the rebound. The Tritons could kick it back out. She's going to try for the layup. No, and Emily Cangelosi draws the foul. As Megan Oberg will check back in for the Spartans. They're going to tell her to wait. And it looks like Sydney Lewis will be coming out of the game. Emily Cangelosi, I think, was really part of the pull-away for the Tritons, as both teams got off to a slow start, but Cangelosi came in and immediately helped them get that rebounding edge that they needed, and the Tritons do have that edge at 44-32 in total rebounds. Missed the free throw, chased down her own rebound, and drew the foul. If you've watched UC San Diego basketball for any length of time, you know that's just what Cangelosi does on a nightly basis. Just gotta love the all-out effort no matter what the situation is, and the best compliment you could give to Cangelosi is if you came in and the scoreboard was off, you'd have no idea if the team was ahead or behind. Yeah, Makabuhai will hold it. Stephanie Torres, though, going to try and force the issue. Good to see Makabuhai getting in 20 minutes in this game of playing time. Next dead ball, she may be coming out. And a foul is called on Makabuhai. And no, check that, that's on Aisha Brown. That'll be the night for Makabuhai, who finishes with 5 points on 2 of 10 shooting, but 6 assists and a rebound. Final minute 42 to go in this one. Sydney Richards with the crossover. And the three-pointer is off the back of the iron. That was Jaden Watson. Hands off to O'Shear. O'Shear against the double team, no, but is bailed out with the foul. Comes with 1:17 to go in the game. This will be the Tritons' first win since they beat Westcliff here back on November 17th. They followed that up with close losses to Cal, and then in the LMU Thanksgiving Classic, losing to Penn and Loyola Marymount. Tritons will also improve to 2-1 at home, 3-4 overall. For San Jose State, they have had their issues on the road. They'll fall to 1-4 and 3-5 overall. A team with a lot of newcomers, still looking to gel together as we are early in the season. Tritons still with a few more games in their own right before they start Big West play. That'll be against UC Santa Barbara coming up on December 30th. 3 for Cangelosi, skips off the rim, and Obouh Fegue will get called for over the back.
Triton fouls on number 1, Alex Obouh Fegue, third personal.
And they're in the bonus, so that'll be free throw time now for San Jose State. Sydney Richards will be at the line, the freshman from Sacramento. Inkercom High School. This is her 4th game of the year, averaging 5 points a game coming into today. I would imagine Heidi Vanderveer is going to be very happy with pretty much every aspect of this game, with the exception of the 17 turnovers by the Tritons. Which is good, right? You get a win and the coach still has something to work on with the players. And they will get ready for finals week and then back here for a day game on December 14th against Cal Baptist. That'll be live here on ESPN+. Brianna Claros kicks it out to Chamberlain. Final 30 seconds of this one. She misses. Obouh Fegue puts it up, no. And Sydney Lewis with the rebound. Long 3, no good. And now the Tritons don't have to take a shot. Claros just has to get it into the front court, and that'll do it. Great effort by UC San Diego. They took over midway through the first quarter and got it done. Great job by our crew tonight. Producer, director Garrett Drake, and all the rest of our camera people and our people in the control room doing a fantastic job as the Tritons go on